God, we went on and long.
Did we? I'm so sorry.
Over an hour.
Oh
Hour and
shit!
10
So we
minutes.
were. There was lots to talk about.
I know.
I don't. I mean, there's some stuff you're going to crop.
Yeah, yeah. I'll just take like the 30 to 35 minutes out. It'll be fine.
We're broadcasting 45 to 60 minutes. It used to be 30 to 45 minutes. Then it turned to 45 to 60 minutes. And before long, will be the smoking tyrant going on for 3 hours.
Well, our reviews and special editions have got longer.
There's so much to talk about.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's
It's all
experience as
right
well.
if
We now know what to ask each other as well.
if
When we
they're lo-
started off, we didn't.
the thing, and you folks at home can be the arbiter of this. Please let us know. Um, it's all right if they go longer if it's full of useful stuff.
Yeah,
But it's not okay if
that's
they're
my thought.
longer because they're full of bollocks or they're
Yeah.
padding or there's just waffle. And we do try not, despite, we're sitting here chatting now with you,
Mm-hmm.
but we try not to waffle too much. We try not to have 20 minutes of, hi, how are you this week, Andrew? Oh, I'm fine, Alan. How are you? And that balls at the start, which really puts people off with podcasts and self congratulatory bollocks.
Mm.
And so we do try to avoid that kind of stuff as much as we can and cut to the chase. And I don't know, people listen for the opinion, I guess.
Yeah, and I've become more ruthless with the editing
You're a
on
different
the
shit,
weekly
aren't you?
show of going, is this actually adding anything? Because I'm particularly critical of myself because
Mate,
I
I
know
did it to
I
my
can go on.
mate last week. I cut 10, 15 minutes from myself because I thought, no, Alan, that's you going off on a tangent. That's shite. And also then there'll be a cough halfway through or something.
So we
It's like,
do
no,
try.
that's an easy decision.
We are trying to make the steps. If you if you've not gone, oh, I'll watch them live, and now I will compare it to the what gets released as the audio version and what's cut. But we do try to keep it as concise as it needs to be, but still is interesting and fun to listen to.
My
That's what I
worries with
aim for.
my worries with the shorts. If I release a short which you've cut,
Mm. There's plenty. There's plenty where if the short that gets released, I'll have because invariably it's sometimes we
because
talk over each other,
because
and
I
I'll avoid that in the
uh,
audio as much as possible.
because I can't edit it. That's the
No,
kicker
I know.
from this. That's why everyone there isn't a video version of the audio version of the show. That's why the YouTube audio version doesn't have us doing this. It doesn't have us chatting to each other. It's and you can't see us side by side.
Because
It's
we've
because
looked
it doesn't work
into
that way.
doing segments like just the news bits and our opinions, but the level of work that's required on top of the level of work we
So
already put into
much.
the audio is so much that by the time we got round to finishing it, we'd be recording the next show.
And the same
And we
thing
can't
is
afford an editor.
the same thing. Somebody asked me why isn't there a patron version of the show that comes out earlier? It's like there's no time for the patron version of the show to
I'm
come.
going as
We've
fast as
got
I can.
we just don't have bloody time.
I'm
I mean,
up at like 5 in the morning editing to try and get it out as fast as possible. I'm doing my best,
it's
everyone.
like last week. I was sitting till 11:30 in my hotel room,
Mm.
and that was just with me. And I was editing it, and I was wishing I'd just recorded an hour earlier. And I was editing it, and then edit it, boom, and that was 11:30 at night. Scheduling it to come out at 7 o'clock the next morning. The only reason I wasn't later than that was because you'd already written the show notes for me, which is always so appreciated. Because that takes the show notes alone, folks, take over an hour normally. For
Because
me,
we are
just to go
actually
through stuff and link it.
reading each story. We are sitting there and thinking about it, and we are then if we're doing the show notes, then you're then trying to make a 300-400 word story or 800-word story down into 3 or 4 sentences maximum.
Sometimes, well, yeah, especially for the show notes. And I'm lazier than you are. There's no doubt about that. Mine are not the same. If I've written the show notes, they are not the same quality as if Andrew writes the show notes. Yeah, I know that he's probably going to deny it slightly, but it's the truth. So yeah, so it's yeah, it's the whole thing.
There's an awful lot of effort. What we're
People don't
basically
realize
saying
that
is
this 1
there's
hour
an,
that comes out takes at least 6 hours, if not more, probably
yeah,
more individual
yeah, yeah,
man hours in the background as well.
yeah. There's an awful lot of work that happens
Um,
that we
um,
don't,
and we
you
enjoy
don't
it.
see.
By the way,
Yeah.
we do enjoy it. A special edition, by the way, you've got to set aside at least 2 hours to write the notes for that if you're going to be talking about a car. I set aside 2 hours to talk about the BYD Sea Lion 5. And it's a lot of words to say to give my overall opinion. There's an awful lot of prep to do that. I mean, I could give an opinion in 10 words, I suppose.
Yeah.
Not going to do it now
Because
though, because I want you to watch it.
we've got a format and I suppose our house style is in such a way now, and it's so ingrained with us.
Which one, for the news show or for special editions?
Well,
Special
for
editions.
both,
Special
for
editions. We robbed
both.
it from Autocar. An Autocar
Yeah,
know that we robbed it from Autocar, so it's not a big deal.
but there is a format for us to work from because we didn't want to have to reinvent the wheel every time we turned up and went, oh, crikey, we need to record a show.
Why the heck would you do that?
Because it's just because there's enough work outside it, and then this is not us going, "Oh, woe is us" or anything. By the way, we're just giving you a little insight into it.
This week there were far more stories in the first half. Normally there's only 5 to 7, and then of course the second half normally has the same number of stories, give or take. There was a designer's mood board this week, so that added there as well, plus about 7 or 8 stories before the break. It was particularly story rich, and the trouble was they were all ones that you could get your teeth into. It wasn't just some crap about a local tax on business car parking spaces in Bristol or something.
Yeah, I mean the least talk about one was the bus, but there's still plenty to explain.
Even then, it's like they have these buses. Somebody's made a mistake. Why would you do that down there? Ha 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 ha. Etc.
Yeah, so the butcher's hatchet will be out tomorrow morning.
I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be. Anyway, we shall let all of you at home go.
Yes.
Thank you so much. If you've clung on this, I don't know. There's a little bit of me that's tempted to release this last bit of this as a video for all 3 people who would watch it.
Yeah, why not? Because it's a little insight for people who don't know. Because I get asked it, you get asked it. If we go out and we meet people, they go, how long does it take? Well, okay, let me break this down for you. To find the stories over the week, that's and put them in an order, a minimum of an hour over the week.
Do you remember the old days when I used to have Flipboard on my iPad? I used to sit at airports and I used to just flick through things. Oh, that might be a nice story this week. Those were the days.
And we knew. Okay, what's the Dieselgate story we're going to talk about this week?
Yeah, Dieselgate of the week. What's happened now?
Or someone we haven't heard from in a while, Carlos Ghosn.
Yes, well, he seems to have set himself up as some form of business coach on LinkedIn. That's far more your department than my department.
No, I've not seen that, thankfully. But yeah, no, it
brought that one up to me.
Oh, right, okay. I need to get in touch with him. But yeah, there's a lot of work that goes on in the background to hopefully provide something, and obviously it is to plenty of you because you patronise us. You give us money. I was going to add it.
Yes,
I was going to add an extra ing in there, but I couldn't do it.
Some of you do that too, which we appreciate as well.
Yeah. So yeah. No, thank you very much, everybody. Have a lovely week.